Hello and welcome everybody here on this channel. I welcome you for another night of Squadrons here. Happy Thanksgiving weekend to everybody watching us from the US, which is probably the majority, even though we have, I think, some Europeans on the field today, since this is not as it might seem. Orange versus NORD. That was supposed to go down on Friday, and sadly it didn't. No, this is instead NORD versus NiWi Siren. And I'm very excited to see that. I was excited to seeing NORD play again on Friday, which again didn't happen. Would have been interested in seeing the Orange people again, but now this is happening, and we have NORD versus NWS here. I am, of course, waiting for the players to tell me about the lobby, and right now I have already put up the predictions, so if you are in a mood for some nice gambling, please put your money on these lovely teams. Will it be NORD Squadron? Will it be NiWi Siren? I think we can expect some very interesting and very intense PK from these teams, as that is something NiWi Siren in particular is very well known for, and of course we know NORD Squadron has Sitka on their roster. I'm not quite sure if he will play today, but if so, there might be some nice Sitka versus Autumn action. I don't quite know, because I have not seen the lineups for today's matches in advance, but I am waiting and excited. So in case somebody is watching right now who is new to the game, and I hope there are some people out there who have picked up the game now. It is free on Epic, I believe, at the moment. So please do check it out. It really is worth every penny, especially if it is for free. But I've never regretted paying money for it when it first came out. So we are going to see some fleet battles here, and this is the 5v5 most competitive mode of the game. You know, there are dogfights, there is fleet battles, and in fleet battles each team is trying to take down the other team's capital ships first. That is the basic premise which you can encounter when you play the multiplayer. It turns out that sadly, since the game did not receive a lot of support after launch, the last balance update I think was in May 2021, so this is more than 1.5 years ago now, and it turns out that all good intentions aside, it wasn't quite as balanced as you would hope for, especially since in the competitive scene we have found out ways how to manage power most efficiently, how to be evasive, how to bring in the damage as quickly as possible, the most efficient loadouts, the most efficient configurations. All of that, of course, has formed a meta here, and it turned out that under that meta, Empire was vastly overpowered, because the damage output of the TIE bombers in particular, in combination with reinforced hull, which makes them very, very difficult to kill, makes them an unstoppable machine. And here in the competitive scene, we have worked, well, not me in particular, we have worked on using the custom modifiers for which are available for the custom games to make it a bit more balanced. And this season, this is the 7th season of SCL in particular, we have managed to find some balance, bring balance to the force, and I am now looking if I can see the lobby here. There is one lobby. Is that the one? It probably won't. Probably it's not the lobby. This is not the lobby I am looking for. This is the lobby I'm looking for. Let's load right in. So, Zero Fox is asking for the faction selections, and I'm not quite sure. I can tell you probably in a bit. I'm loading into the lobby right now. Let's see. It looks like NORD will be hosting, and they will go with Empire first. So I just said that we see a lot of the best balancing we've probably had in ages, and we see a lot more NR wins here. And the interesting thing is that this match tonight is gonna go down on or in the Xavier Abyss, that map in that vast thunderstorm. I like it for dogfights. I also kind of like it for fleet battles, but the thing is, farming is a bit more difficult, and it is said that Empire has a disadvantage in farming, and that is because there are simply less AI on the Imperial side. I'm not quite sure if some AI crash into stuff and die, but the fact remains that during the opening, Empire, I think, only has 13 AI on the field, while NR has 15, and that can make a lot of a difference. Well, let's see. It seems NORD chose Empire nonetheless, and why wouldn't they? Because they are very, very strong. All players are in the lobby now, so let's switch over to the in-game. Ready when you are. Okay, it seems interesting. I was not aware of that. Okay, so NiWi picked NR actually. NiWi Siren picked NR for game number 1, and NORD picked Empire for game number 2. So we are going to see NiWi NiWi on NR in 2 games in a row. Let's see what that means. That means we see something very black here. Sorry about that. This is better. So NiWi Siren will be, as I just said, will be NR, and we have the Flying Chili, Loki, who is Sitka, Foka, Dalek Eternal, and Sigan, who is MJ, here flying out for NORD Squadron. Let's check on the New Republic side of things, if I may. Okay, and we have, of course, NiWi's own Professor Autumn. We have Barry Sachs Bro. We have JC. We have Kidsters Right for a change. Long time since he last used his original name. And we have Scar flying out for NiWi here. Some nice emote games going on. Applause from Autumn already. Barry says stop it right there. And 15 seconds to go before we go right into that abyss. Who will win game number 1? The prediction is over. I hope everybody had the chance to put in their money. And now we go. Oh, and I hope we get in-game audio too, because something seems to be wrong there. Let's check that real quick. Ah, got it fixed. Ah. Almost like they were professionals at work here. Oh, Lions, you missed it! Ah, Lions, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Gambling. I put it on 5 minutes this time and started it even when the countdown was still up. And then I talked a bit and it took the teams a bit longer to prepare. But now we are ready, and coming into the abyss is the MC-75. And we already see Professor Autumn in the A-Wing! This is great. A-Wing power for the win. Say Siren. Let's see if they are right. Scar is here in an Iron Missile, Pro-Torp, X-Wing, Kidsters Right, Standard Farm, JC, Standard Support, Barry Sachs Bro, Standard Farm going low. Well, not that low actually. And Autumn, of course, looking for easy prey. That is Loki. That is certainly not easy prey. Foka is also not easy prey. Flying Chili, probably also not quite even prey. But let's see. Autumn, ooh, wrecking Chili here, almost. Chili going down, that is huge. Chili, such a strong farmer here usually, and that brings morale easily in favor of Siren. But Barry Sachs Pro with some own problems. Sigan now has someone on their heels. Sigan at 3%, will she make it out alive? No! Oh, and NORD suffers from another kill during that opening. Dalek tries to bring back some morale and slow down the other farm as well. Another kill on Barrisex Pro from probably Loki. With some assistance from Foka, I could imagine. Let's see, JC, support on support action. Trying to drive Foka out there. Barry still down, and Professor Autumn now again on the flying chili. Let's see if she can get that done once more, but now the hunter becomes the hunted, and someone is hot on Autumn Seals. There is the call to fall back though. Chili still in trouble. 3 on the hull. Autumn still alive. There is the resupply for flying chili, and let's see if the iron can be brought in. Scar already in position. Iron missile out. That iron missile did not do a lot of damage to those shields. Perhaps it even was intercepted, but now shields are coming down, and I guess JC has... yeah, JC is doing that with iron lasers from the support here. It is a bit of a slow... Ooh, careful, careful. Slight bonk there for JC, drifting backwards into that rock. Shields are down now, 40 seconds after the flip. Not the fastest shield burn, but for... since they are not running Iron Torp, and Autumn is not running any irons at all, so this is well done, nothing wrong with that. And the damage, look at the damage, it is coming in quite nicely there. A lot of sad bombers we already saw, but from a PK side and from a spectator's view, that is of course a lot of fun. Professor Autumn is down now. Loki is on Kitster. Kitster is down, and morale is starting to look good. That Raider goes down and brings it to NORD's first offense. What is that cruiser at? I missed it. It's at 27. Okay, so no easy oop here. I don't think they will push that. Foka is trying to heal Dalek on the way in, and Loki already made the iron run here on that Nebulon. So shields are coming down rather quickly. Ooh, and Loki gets dunked here. Interesting. Going after that flex player here, even though Loki is not carrying Protorp, so I wonder what that was all about. But Loki is of course trying to kill Autumn. Iron missile out on Autumn. Autumn gets ice. That does not look good for Autumn. Autumn down. Autumn down. But the damage is not coming in quite so quickly, and I might be totally wrong here, but I had a feeling that well, morale is not coming in quickly either, but Loki is doing as much damage as he can. Oh, and Chili was out for some healing. Sigan coming out of the Star Destroyer, so that explains why damage is coming in slowly. Both Chili and Sigan were driven out there. I'm sorry I missed that. Must have been Scar, so while we were busy watching that Sitka versus Autumn action. Dalek in the meantime circling that Nebulon, but of course the TIE Defender can be very, very efficient, but mostly on the flagship defense. With the standard lasers on the Nebulons, it doesn't go as quickly as others. And there is the call to fall back already, and I believe that NiWi keeps that advantage they got from winning the flip there. JC is driven out though, and trying... No, JC is already in. Sorry, I was confused there. JC already all over Charlie, and Barry is making sure that they have an easy oop later. Ooh, but gets dunked in the process there. Very dangerous. No shields on Barry. Let's see if he can get away there. Who is it? Is it Loki? No, it's not Loki. It must be Dalek. It is. Is it Dalek? Dalek on Barry, but now they're both interesting. They left Barrisex live and go and shot the Corvette. Managing the Raider is ever so interesting, because however way you do it, there will always be someone suggesting you should have done it otherwise, and often, even in retrospect, it's very, very difficult to say what would have been the best point to focus Raider there. Barry made it out alive, gets a resupply here, and now NiWi not only have a double oop set up here, but look at the morale. Morale is fine. They can have a full an ISD attack with full morale here, and that is a bit surprising there. How did that happen? Have they Professor Autumn down at the moment? Which is sad, but they can probably do without her on that first ISD offense. JC gets heavily focused. Marks seem to be up though. JC down, Barry. Ooh, I know that maneuver. Surfing on that ISD. Shield still up. Were there marks? I wonder. Scar down as well. Okay, so this is not going great. Kidster trying to get at least one shield gen. I mean, if you go for an ISD offense, you want at least one gen. But Kidster gets dunked here, probably goes down. Kidster is too far away, and there's the call to fall back. No, Barry, it's at 1. Don't leave it at 1. No, Barry. Oh, no. Shield gen at 1 health. Ah, well, yeah. That also didn't go as planned. But look how far NiWi are ahead here. NORD has one frigate at about 30, but the other one still at full health, and now we see Autumn again trying to arrest Chili there, but has Dalek on their heels. So this is absolutely a game where both teams try to protect their OBJ and do PK on offense as in an act of self-defense, basically, because if they don't, the OBJ will get wrecked by Autumn or by Dalek. Now we have Sigyn here under pressure, gets the resupply though. We know Sigyn can do a lot of damage if you leave her be, so that is of course a good reason to harass her as much as possible. And there you can see what happens if you don't. Still only at 30%. The oop on Charlie seems safe. Morale again looks rather nice. I don't know what is going on with these phases here, but the same slow morale gain, the slow flip we saw on the other side is happening here again. So perhaps NORD can make it up and also get can at least set up a double oop, and then it is very much everybody's game. If the double oop is cashed in by NORD, and NiWi doesn't get the ISD down in one phase, since they struggled, and the ISD attack is actually probably the most difficult on this map, then everything will be different. But they need a bit more damage here on Delta. Let's have a quick check. Is Radar up? No, Radar is down already, as it should be. There is a kill on Scar though, so it seems like NORD is trying to get some more morale here. Are they thinking about burning through? There is Autumn down again. Looks like actually... Ooh! That was a crash. That certainly was a crash. I know a crash when I see one, but it was unexpected. Dalek, I was as surprised as you. And there is the ISD attack for NORD, and it seems JC will have a hard time getting in for the marks. Good work here. Well done. Our double oop is cashed in from NORD side now, and it looks like JC will be able to get marks off. Okay, marks are off. Let's see if Scar can get a dunk on that gen. Yes, on that gen. Left shield disabled, the other one was at 1. That shouldn't be so hard to take down. There it goes, and now not a lot of morale left. Now damage can come in. Kidster is down, JC is alive. Shouldn't sound so surprised, but seeing a support live during an ISD attack is a rare occasion. We heard power going down as well, so NiWi did that well, but the question is, will they be able to get enough damage in? Barry is now focusing, targeting on the ISD, which is something we don't see quite so often, but I get the rationale behind that in this particular case, because if they can take out that passive damage here, then they might have a better chance to defend. But targeting left at 15%, and I think ooh, Autumn gets dunked here while trying to stop stop Dalek. Interesting. And that actually looked like dumbfire rockets from behind there at some point. And look at that burn. Now NORD is in their home turf. They are burning the MC-75. They had shields down in no time. So NiWi struggling a bit with getting shields down on the ISD. That might just be the deciding factor here, as NORD is definitely not wasting any time here. MC-75 at 45 and morale is looking good, so NiWi really needs some incredibly quick farming here. Foka giving it everything. Ooh, and now they are 1 kill away, but that MC-75 is at 28%, and this means, ladies and gentlemen, we of course have a base race here, but Sigen is in trouble at 30 health here. MC at 26%. Star Destroyer has some shields, but not a lot of them. They will certainly go for the UP, although it seems 3 are down at the moment. And Foka is now in the Interceptor, and that can only mean Interceptor tethering. The base race is on. JC is all over the ISD. Let's have a quick look. Is somebody defending? Yeah, it seems so. On both sides, people are defending. JC is in the tractor beam, which is not a great place to be. And we see Foka. Oh, and the shields are back up on the MC-75. Foka goes down, and that might be GG's. That might be GG's. Targeting Loki is tethering here. Everybody is down. Sigen is coming in. MC-75 still at 26%. It was so low. It was so low. But NiWi take game number 1. And what a game that was. What a close game. Oh. I honestly can't remember when I had more fun. At least casting. Let's have a look at that scoreboard. Loki leading the board there, but still not for the winning team though. 9 kills, incredible. Autumn, 7 kills. Lot of PK. I can't even... Wow, that's 15 kills for NORD and 9, I think. No, 11 for NiWi, but in the end, NiWi take this game number 1 here. Beautifully done, beautifully done. Look at Kidster, 44 AI kills on this map. That is huge. Barry with almost 100k capship damage, and Sigen with only 56 this time. And that I'm only highlighting that because we all know that when she is left alone, she is unstoppable. But this time, NiWi knew that, and NiWi know their PK, and that brought us this intense game number 1. Let me read up on chat for a moment here. The OOP is on, indeed. 28 is way too high. Would you say so? With shields especially. Yeah, with shields. But the ISD was rather high as well. So I wouldn't have put it beyond NORD to pull that off. It could have been a bit closer probably on another map. But great match from both of these teams. And that leads us to... well, we had 3 people putting in their money on NORD. And nobody put money on Siren here. That is very, very sad, because they could have won it all. Not even sure what happens now. Perhaps I get it. Bank always wins. NiWi Siren wins game number 1. Congratulations here. And we will go for a quick break. Don't please go anywhere. And I'll get myself something to drink here. So stay tuned. We shall be back. And we are back. Welcome back, everybody. Nobody go anywhere. The prediction is up for game number 2, and this time I want to see some people putting money on NiWi, please, to make this more interesting. So, what did we just see? I think we saw both of the teams right in their comfort zone, since they chose, NiWi chose NR, and NORD chose Empire for this game number 2, which means we will see the exact same match again, and I'm sure it will be totally different, because ultimately what we saw here was a game decided once more in the opening, because I think NORD would have pulled it off if they had a better opening and perhaps a bit of a better defense. Although, and that's the second thing I find very interesting in this match, both the defenses or offenses, well, oh, I need to get in the match. They are faster than I thought. Sorry. Who is hosting then? Is it Chile? Yes. My bad. I thought I had more time. Sorry. So, sorry about that, my mistake. So what we saw was both teams struggling with their second defense. I think that was the respective offense felt rather long. Morale was stable there for quite a while, and both teams were able to get both frigates down to the point where NiWi actually burned through then and had a almost full morale ISD attack, which was not that efficient. They could have run away at that point, but that was really when, as soon as the New Republic approaches the ISD, this is where the game changes, basically, where I think the ISD defense is a lot easier than the MC defense, and that's probably true for all the maps. Because the ISD as such is easier to defend than the MC75, but even more so on this map. Sorry, Chile. I thought you were it would take you longer. Let's see. No, this is wrong. This is right. Here we go. NORD are all very concentrated, or others might call it boring. Let's check on the NR side of things. Here we go. Kidster, Autumn, JC, Scar, and Barisax Bro. So yeah, the opener was everybody's game, absolutely. And let's see what happens in game number 2. I think NiWi can't expect to get 2 kills on those farmers in each game. So let's see. Flying Chile being killed in that opening could have been a game-changing factor or a game-deciding factor in itself. Let's see what happens this time. Here we go again. Into the abyss they come, and again we have Professor Autumn in that beautiful, beautiful pink A-wing. Let's check on those players. Kidster's right in the standard farm. We have Barry as the second farmer. We have Scar in the X-Wing. We have JC in the support, and Autumn again in that A-Wing. Sigan is looking for AI and going evasive. Very aware of those deadly PK players. We have Loki already on Autumn, because keeping Autumn from killing Chile is probably very, very important, and actually more important than killing farmers here. Barisax Bro is down, so this is looking a lot better for NORD at this point. And Loki is now looking at Scar, switching to the other PK, and Autumn actually went down. I'm not quite sure how. Perhaps the missiles sent out by Loki caught her at some point. And look, morale bar looking quite good for NORD Squadron here. What are NiWi doing to push back? Kidster is trying to farm, but under pressure from Dalek. But there we go. This time it is NORD with the first offense and a double defender strategy. Actually, Loki usually is in the tanky TIE with or in the TIE fighter with double irons. This time not so much, and still on Autumn, even though iron missiles might be useful, I have heard, in getting shields down. Instead, we have the OBJ brute forcing them down, Dalek shooting a missile there. Shields are still coming down very, very quickly. And there we go. Shields down after less than 40 seconds. Took NiWi just as long before, but morale is draining a bit, at least, already. Dalek doing as much OBJ there as possible. Chili doing the Chili maneuver into the armpit, eliminating the turrets. And now coming about here. Rotary goes brrr, you'll have to see it. Ooh, but Chili is a bit low there. Chili, did you notice someone is shooting at you? Where is the support? Where is Foka? Foka is trying to heal Chili, and Chili gets the resupply, turns around and comes back, and morale hasn't quite moved for a while now, and probably due to the fact that Chili is going for Autumn with that rotary. Love to see that as well. Action is on. Loki on Scar, but now it seems morale, it looks like it will flip soon. Charlie not quite out of phaseable yet, looks a lot like NiWi's first attack in that last game. Ooh, whoa, 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 and a kill on Sigen brings the flip here. That is bad news for NORD. One of their farmers down. And Autumn as well, though, so already some morale coming back in from that kill. Kidster is moving in towards, I believe it was Delta. Barry getting a repair there, and they are working on Delta's shields. Takes them a while, though, as JC is very, very, very far out as well, and only now moving in. Let's see how long it takes them. They need shields down as quickly as possible. Scar needs a repair. Careful, careful. There goes the repair. Delta's shield's almost down now. Scar in trouble again, still down. Now shields are down, but not a lot of morale left, and NORD do their very best to keep that advantage here. Whoa, 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 whoa! Autumn has to be careful. It seems like those players from NORD are very, very aware of Autumn this time and start shooting her as soon as she gets closer. And why wouldn't they? The A-Wing is still made of paper, even in the best hands, and that's why Autumn has to be very, very careful. Kidster, ooh! Raider coming in, just in front of him. Barry is down, so a lot of PK against the OBJ there to slow down the farm. Well done. Some morale is coming in nonetheless, and Foka is making sure Delta's shields are down now that NORD need it. Loki is on Scar. Scar dunked. Ooh, but Loki overshot there. Scar in a lot of trouble. Ooh, Loki taking a bonk there. Sigen coming back. No, not coming back in. Moving, taking some evasion there apparently. Gets the resupply. Oh yeah, low on everything. And bringing in the damage. What is Chili doing? Chili is also waiting for a resupply. Ooh, and I think that didn't quite get him. I saw something green coming in his general direction. There it is. There he gets the resupply, and it looks like NORD is looking at a double oop situation here, or probably even will be in a position where they are forced to burn through, because NiWi have not burned Raider yet. So will NiWi leave the Raider up in the hope that it will deny the oop, as a lot of teams have done before? But it looks like Scar is actually shooting the Raider now. In that case, Chili, you should let him do that, because otherwise you might regret it. Nebulon at 3. Kidster shooting the Raider, even though the Raider is in the process of denying the outer phase, I think. But why not kill Kidster instead? There goes the Raider. That was perfect, and NiWi really should have held their fire. I think that could have been avoided. At least that double oop could have been denied there. This way it went perfectly for NORD Squadron here. And Barry crashing there makes a perfect day even better. Scar trying to get Chili down. JC working on Charlie's shields. Charlie's still having shields. Oh, and look at that! What a devastating attack this is! This attack is over before it even begun. Did they even shoot anything here? NiWi so strong in game 1, and now we have JC exploding in midair. There must have been some kind of rock or something, but we certainly didn't see it any better than JC, the man himself. Now Kidster tries to keep Foka from getting the marks off, and good luck with that, because we know how terribly evasive Foka is. Stopping him is certainly no easy task. Power is already down, as it seems. That is interesting. Who did that? Oh, Loki has switched to the TIE Fighter again, so that was probably the power dunk with the Iron Torp there. Shields are down as well, and NORD really show what they are capable of. It seems NiWi got them on their wrong foot in game number 1, and this time they are showing what they are made of. Sigan here on top of that MC-75 rotary going as it usually goes. And nobody is shooting her, and I said before that is very dangerous, even though she's out of Golos, some multi-locks left. And this MC-75 is not long for this world. This is the end of game number 2, and NORD Squadron are forcing a third game here. Love to see that. GG's and congratulations. Ooh, Sigan leading the board there. What did I tell you? Not farming a lot this time, but getting 80k capship damage. Chili with 4 kills there, not dying even once. Taking revenge for game number 1 with 25 AI kills and almost 110k capship damage. Loki 7 kills, 18k capship damage. Foka with 8 assists there, and Dalek with 3 kills and 20k capship damage. So we have 11, 12, 15 kills versus only 2 this time, and there you can see why this game went so differently. Although you can see that it went differently. Why that is exactly, I don't quite know, I must admit. Because, okay, NORD were aware of the A-Wing. The OBJ, the bombers immediately shot Autumn as soon as she came inside. But that still doesn't quite explain why they only got 2 kills versus the, what was it last time? 15, 12, more than 10 in any case. So quite a different match we saw here in game number 2. Anti-pew-pew with pew-pew. Yeah, basically that. But I mean, it's not like there was a lack of pew-pew in the first game from either team. But this time NORD simply avoided drawing the short stick on that. Let's see. We have... Oh, people, I love you. I love you all. This time, one person put 10 coins on NORD, and everybody else, not that much in any case, but still, everyone else put the money on Siren. And now that person is a very lucky one, because 1 to 99, that are great odds. NORD Squadron win game number 2. Congratulations. Let's see if I have time for another break. I don't want you to see commercials during the match, but I can't force an ad break at the moment because the last one is too short ago. So sorry about that. We are waiting for the lobby for game number 3, and NiWi chose Empire for game number 3. So, which brings us the same question as before. Who will win this game? Will it be NORD or will it be Siren? Let's see. And you better put in your money quickly this time, because I only give you 2 minutes this time, so they won't complain that I'm not getting into the lobby. They are very efficient today, and that is of course much appreciated. Game is... no, that can't be right. Not finding the game here. Give me a second. There it is. Barry is not on my friends list. How is that possible? We have to talk about that. Here we go. Loading in. So, 1-1. Both teams won one game, lost the other one. We've seen one Empire win, one NR win, and now we have game number 3. I have been kicked by the administrator. Okay. Did I join as a player, or what was the reason for that? I don't think I would have joined as a player, would I? Let's try that again. You think Sitka in a defender made that much of a difference? I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps. Okay, we are in. Looks like this is the right lobby. Okay. So you still have some time left to put the money in. It looks this time this is strongly NORD favored again. But Siren have surprised us before, and now they are on Empire. That of course means no A-Wing, at least not from Autumn. I think it's unlikely that we will see Sitka in an A-Wing, even though I would like that quite a bit. Let's see. Let's go into that game, shall we? Here we are on the bridge of the ISD this time with the NiWis, and we have JC, Professor Autumn, Kidster's Right, Scar, and Barry Saxbro flying out against the New Republic here, and they are Loki, the Flying Chili, Foka, Sigan, and Dalek. So no roster changes here. Everybody is concentrated, no emote game going either. Sitka in a murder pancake. Yeah, that would be fun as well. Yeah, you might be right, Zero Gravitas, that getting the A-Wing with ASM with their very fast cooldown might make a difference. You can make even better use of those marks, so that might have taken the fun out of the A-Wing there. Let's see. No emotes this time. Can we see some action here, please? NiWi? No? Ah, no emotes. Kidster is turning. Let's hope this game is not going in circles, but very straightforward into the abyss. We can hear the thunder roaring. And here we go once more. And this time it is Sigan and company coming out of that MC-75. We have Loki in the double iron X-Wing. We have the Flying Chili Standard Farm Y-Wing. We have Foka in the support. We have Dalek Eternal in a Protorp Iron Mist X-Wing. And Sigan in the Standard Farm Y. flying out against JC, standard support there. Professor Autumn in the double iron TIE Fighter, getting marked there already. Kidster's right. Ooh, dead stick! Or not? Oh, it looked like a dead stick there for a second. But it looks like Kidster recovered there. Ooh, and going quite... I can't see anything. Can anybody see anything? Okay, there is the AI. No kills, if I see this correctly so far. Morale slightly in favor of Siren, but ever so slightly. Actually, it is quite in the middle. And Barry is low. Barry is in need of resupply there, or this will be one of the shortest attacks in history. Barry in trouble, gets the resupply though. Barry is better, but not out. Ooh, I am wrong. I apologize. Barry is not better. Barry is killed, quite frankly, and does go down, but the rest of the NiWi team are keeping up. Let's see. Kidster farming here. Autumn looking at the Raider, but also looking at Loki in her back mirror there and making their way back to the ISD. Loki deep in the danger zone by now, and there's the call to fall back. We have NORD Squadron with the first offense. Loki already over Charlie, very well done, and look at that, 15 seconds, shields down. That's how you do it with an Iron Torp X-Wing. Very, very well done there. And Loki immediately switching to PK. Looking for an easy target and choosing Kidster. Kidster just got the resupply though. Let's see how the others are bringing in the damage. Flying Chili doing those tight orbits. Well done. There comes the resupply. Foka also circling. Oh, Dalek with only 3 health, in a bit of trouble there, and quite a dead goes down. Sorry. Charlie at about half health. Moralba also at half. Sigan under pressure here. Sigan gets dunked. Will somebody be able to finish her off? JC is bringing down Raider shields just now. Raider will flip it, but they have to hurry to take it down before that Charlie is out of phaseable. Barry farming. Barry now switching attention over to that Corvette, and actually something else brought the flip. Oh, and we have DC. We have a DC there on the NiWi team. I missed that, sorry, but Sidestack is stepping in. Good thing they have a spare player. It seems like Professor Autumn is out. Autumn is out, but Sidestack is getting in. But what a bad timing. Autumn was the one carrying the Iron Torp. Luckily, Sidestack could step in that quickly and is running that exact same loadout here. Iron Torp out, Iron Missile out, shields down, but morale bar already at half. So that was bad timing. I mean, there's never a good time for a DC, of course. But right upon the flip, although to be fair, I didn't quite get when they lost that. Zero Gravitas caught it way before I did. I'm sorry about that. So much going on here, but well done, NiWi, getting Sidestack in. Let's see if, and look, they made the best of that very short morale, that very short phase. They're very in trouble though. And the Nebulon at 50, and Barry has to run there. And of course, NiWi's bad luck can easily be NORD's luck here. Loki gets dunked, can't do any damage, but then Loki is not the prime damage dealer anyway. And Chili actually also engaging in some 1v1 with Scar here. Scar in a lot of trouble. Do we have ICT on the field, by the way? Don't think we have. Foka is down. What is going on here? The unkillable support gets down, and Scar is dancing and fighting for his life. Gets shields back though, and Chili decides that his time is best spent doing OBJ damage there. Foka is respawning Dalek on the light cruiser, which is at 50, and NORD are of course setting up their double oop here. Sigan almost out of everything here, and marked. That is not a good position to be in as a Y-Wing. looking at Scar. I heard a resupply somewhere, but that was not for Sigen. Now someone is finally ooh, that must have been a bonk. I'm very sorry, I'm not quite on top of this match. A lot is happening at the same time. Sigen finally getting a resupply being one of them. And now NiWi are flipping it once more, but NORD, I think, have the oop set up here. Let's see who will be the one to cash in. Loki is on Scar again. Gets him this time. Wow. And quickly too. So Scar is down. Chili is farming. Nobody going for the out of phase so far. Oh, someone was. Not quite sure who though. Perhaps. Well, no, I don't know. Now it is Dalek getting that second oop, and morale is already looking great. JC gets dunked here and goes down. Again, the PK is quite on NORD's side here, and Sidestack drifts into the abyss and bongs in the process at 4 health there. Let's hope nobody saw that, and she has to, or they have to run for quite a bit. And someone was on them, and Sidestack is down. Barry also running back, and it looks like NORD have control of this game, as we see Flying Chili go in evasively and looking at that shield gen. Marks are already out. Loki was down, is now respawning. Kidster is down at the moment. The right shield gets disabled, and the other one, will it get destroyed? What is it at? Oh, Chili almost killing the other, the gen, which was already disabled. Now both are disabled. Now Chili is disabled. Everything's disabled here, but nobody is... How long was he disabled there? That must have been less than a second, right? Well done. Scar, but we all know that there is delays in the spectator mode. Sigen is getting picked on. Power is down. Morale bar is not looking great for NiWi. No morale is coming in. Loki is low on health. Sigen is low on health. But they are not quite able to get the kills. They are now. Loki is down. Good work. But Flying Chili is still on top of that ISD, and the ISD is very, very low there. Foka goes down in that probably last second of the game. Chili is still alive. Kidster on radar, but that won't save the game here. Oh, they almost get the flip there. Shields back up on the ISD. Will that make it a bit more interesting? There is the flip, but I think the ISD is down, and NORD Squadron take game number 3. Well deserved. I think this was never in any danger. They had full control. Well done, and GG's both games. Great series indeed, Fameplane. Let's have a look at that scoreboard. Foka in the support leading the board. Chili there, 0 deaths, 29 AI kills, and a lot of capship damage. Dalek with 2 kills. Sigen even with a kill here. Very nice. And Loki with 4 kills. This times, though, NiWi had air superiority, if I may call it that way, with 9 kills. But it didn't help them. Great farming numbers. Good kills. But ultimately not enough time on offense to bring in the damage, because it was the defenses where NORD Squadron was very, very efficient indeed. Well done, that was a lot of fun, and let's see if we can get some interviews here. Perhaps someone from the NiWi side first. GG's. NiWi for interview first. I'd better get into that channel, and here we go. Waiting for someone to join me here. No, that's not quite Helpbox. Let's see who is going to join me here. Well, while we are waiting for somebody to join me here in interview channel 1, let's make sure we pay out what is due to those who took part in the gambling. NORD Squadron, this time, for the first time actually, it was more or less even as far as the betting goes. It's the first time that the team favored by the viewers actually won. NORD Squadron 61%, NiWi 39%, and those 61, this time they were right, and NORD actually won the game and won the series there. So Chile is warming up in another. Oh, we have Kidster here. Why don't you say something, Kidster? I missed you. Hey, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Thanks
hello.
for casting.
Oh, my pleasure. My absolute pleasure. I think people are able to hear you, I hope. Say something, please.
Say something.
Yeah. There he is, Kidster. Well, now that is sorted out. Yeah, congratulations for a fun series, for some games. Well played there. We had a lot of fun watching that, and I'm sure you also had a lot of fun playing, I hope.
No.
Let's not talk about the ultimate result first. Let's.
Hopefully somebody will white knight for us, because if there's any of those out there, because we got exploded a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot of PK, but on both sides, and actually in game 1 and 2, you had the superiority as far as the PK went. Only in game 2, NORD were the ones with the more kills. So as far as teams goes, that was definitely that. And I think you kind of took them by surprise. I mean, I'm not gonna talk you guys down, but from what we saw in games 2 and 3, that was quite a comeback from NORD there. While game number 1 almost looked like a walk in the park from your side. So walk me through it. What was it from your cockpit? Those three game series.
Yeah, game 1 went pretty well. I think we expected that we would take a little bit of a surprise by not running ICT, just in the sense of we would have a little bit more DPS on the field than one might have expected from our lineup. But we also have the A-Wing, so it's a little different. We haven't played NORD in a while, so it was fun to see them with Foka and some other new faces. And yeah, game 1 went pretty well, but then game 2 they switched to that double defender and really just kind of cycled through whatever targets they wanted and did a really good job just breaking up everything we tried to do. And then we tried to like rotate to Foka really early, and he was able to survive just long enough to like make that not worth it. And so that kind of all came together for them in game 2.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen lately, the A-Wing usually works well in one game, but then that element of surprise, I think it's still some kind of element of surprise seeing the A-Wing, even though you can expect Autumn to run it, but still, it is still surprising. And when we practiced, when we scrimmed, I noticed it myself. You just don't expect the A-Wing to wreck you that quickly when she is behind you with those dumbfire rockets she uses there. So, but as soon as you're aware of that, you probably do a bit less damage because you're extra evasive. But usually the kills are more difficult then. So perhaps the A-Wing. That's the reason why the A-Wing usually works better in the first game, and then teams come up with something. You say it was the defender then?
Yeah, I do think that's a variable in the sense of it. You just have to fly at a different pace, and it takes a minute to kind of adjust to that. And we've obviously run it for a long time, so we feel like that alternately paced game we're pretty comfortable in, and other teams think that we have some advantages there as we've played in that style. But Nord did a good job adjusting, and those defenders got us. And
Again, a lot comes down. Sadly, still, I think the game is more balanced than it probably ever was. But on the level we are seeing here, still the opening flip is so very important, and I think part of the whole package and part of the truth is, of course, that in game one you managed to win the flip, get kills on both farmers. And in the other two, NORD went first and then brought it home as well. But again, well played. Great seeing that that flex on flex PK there, because that's what both teams were doing, was protecting their OBJ by peeling for the bombers, and that's probably, since we have that same discussion, what is the game meant to be played, that's probably a bit closer to that original idea of running an A-wing to peel for your bombers. It can't get any more beautiful. So as long as that works for you, please carry on.
We'll do it even if it doesn't work for us.
Yeah, and we love to see it in in each match and over and over again. There's never enough A-wings. So what's the next game for you then?
We already finished both with Orange. We've been 1-2 in all three of ours so far. So we have one more with NORD next weekend.
Well, better luck then, of course. That will probably be a different match again. Probably not the same lineup for either team. So that players, of course, make a difference. And Xavier is a player in its own right, probably. So which map will it be next weekend? Do you know?
Bostar Haven.
Ooh, yeah. Well, that's definitely a different beast than Xavier. Well, best of luck for next weekend. I can't wait to see it. Probably even cast, so who knows. And
thank you. Appreciate it.
Keep up the good work and carry on.
Thanks, Graf, and GG's to NORD.
GG's indeed. Okay, we are ready to take Flying Chili and Dalek in here. And here they come. Hello, Chili.
Hello.
Whoa. And there's Dalek as well. Hey, how are you guys?
Hello.
GG's.
We're good, thanks. GG's.
Feeling better.
That was a fun series. We always love to see that much PK, and there was certainly no lack of that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I like PK and Wasika. We work well together. It goes with it. Usually, if we want someone to die, they die. It's all good fun, isn't that?
Yeah. First game, I mean, NiWi did really well. I mean, I'm not going to deny that they did really well, but everything that could go wrong for us did, I guess, in that case, and everything that could go well for them did. I mean, fair play to them.
I think it was the other way around in game number 2, really, with a lot of bonks from unfortunate bonks from them, and yeah, definitely. Yeah. But game 1, I saw killing you, Chili, in the opening is of course huge. We all know that you don't go down that often, and you are worthy to be stopped. And if that succeeds, then that slows down the morale, of course, a lot.
Initially, I did have some controller issues, so it took me a second to just get back into it, and then from then on, it was fine. But they did take advantage of it, and they did fucking murder me. I'll give them credit for that. Like,
yeah, I just said it. I've noticed that when I played with or against Autumn recently. I thought, okay, yeah, well, TIE Bomber, even without reinforced, it's not like it melts immediately. But when she's behind you with those dumbfire rocket, it surprises you how quickly you actually go down in that bomber. And you probably make that mistake only once if you're good. But still, the element of surprise can catch you. And the A-Wing is more deadly than you think.
I mean, the biggest change we made was just making sure Autumn was like dead, either dead the whole time or
absolutely
the whole time. So
Yeah, and switching like tactical switch of host really helped because obviously I couldn't do shit in game one. I pilot error twice and like, it was really laggy. And then game two was pretty smooth. But I actually lost comms like as we got on our first offense. My whole game froze. Luckily nobody was looking at me, and I came in and I just didn't talk for the whole of game two up until the end where I like switched to my phone quickly. I couldn't talk to anybody on Discord, so I just had to,
yeah.
nobody. And then game
Um,
three was everything went well. We got damaging quickly. We got the right picks.
Me and Nathan were having a bit of lag game one, so we did switch the host. And
Okay.
then once we had host, it was completely fine. So I think that did help us.
Yeah, these crazy
Well,
Americans and their hosts. But yeah, they played really well. Like I'm a big Kitster fan because like I used to like solo queue like a year like when the game first came out and used to like run into him all the time. So
yeah,
and he changed his name back to Kitster's Right, which I appreciated.
I will say they have definitely improved a lot compared to what they were.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everybody keeps improving, and that's really, really nice to see. I think the skill gap between a lot of teams in the different groups is growing smaller all the time because everybody who is still playing at this point, you think everyone has reached their peak, but you can always improve, and yeah, that's nice to see. Nice to see that paying off. So one of the changes you made for game two was Sitka in the defender for most of the time, and I guess that was
So
it
we
was
could kill them
suggested
from
in
the
chat,
defender.
so you had more ASM to spam the A-wing, or what was the thinking?
No, we didn't really care for the ASMs. It was just more because I struck like I couldn't. My hit reg was awful in game one. So it's like if it happens in game two, Sick could just go like I'll get done. So he can finish. But we do
Okay.
quite a lot, and he could stay on autumn as well. But then the server was fine, so we both got some kills in, and obviously between us, obviously Sick got a lot more in that one. But it was a good like we were because we ran the risk of ICT spam, and I think we did bully Autumn out of the A wing, and she got to an ICT, but I didn't really. I think I myself didn't actually get any pressure from it, so I was fine.
Nice. Yeah, game three, you showed that you can play an R2 at least if you have to, and brought it to a great victory there. Slight disconnect in the I don't. Did you notice that at all? Autumn disconnected and Sidestack stepped in, but I only noticed the DC when Sidestack already came in a second after, so I'm not sure how long she was out.
I believe.
So she said in the chat she voluntarily like DQ'd herself because it was too laggy for her, which was like a good shout. Like, and then got Sidestack to take over.
Okay. Yeah, well.
So tactical switch. If the game's unplayable, it's a good idea. Like if we'd had a backup flex, I probably would have done the same in game one.
Yeah, sometimes it's just someone is stepping on the cable. Sorry, Chili, I was cutting you off.
No, don't worry.
Well,
and
things
then
are.
We're looking good. Ooh, what?
Yeah, you carry on. I just wanted to say things are looking good for you as far as I know. So.
Well, no.
Yeah. We've almost our group. We're top of our group with the least games played, from what we understand. Because
okay.
we have 3 points. Orange have 4. We have 5. We obviously we 2-0'd Orange in game one. So I think even if we take one game off those teams and lose both our series, we still go up. So we get like we're just gonna obviously aim to beat one of them, and then we can chill for the last one. Run some A-wings. Who knows?
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely. Hopefully, those matches will be at some European-friendly times, so we can not only watch there, but I would probably volunteer to cast again. But let's see. Well,
right,
GG's.
Nathan, we don't want graph fill. Let's do 6 a.m.
Yeah, let's do 6 a.m. AM even.
You can fucking wake up at 6 a.m. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not a morning person, so you're safe at that time probably, but only if you absolutely want to. Yeah, well done. Thanks for playing. We had fun here in the chat and watching the stream, seeing you play, seeing you have fun, and of course for you ultimately coming out with that win. I said it after game one. That NiWi really had the superiority there as far as kills went, and really managed to stop Chili from farming and stop MJ from bringing in the damage, but I think she came back with that and showed in game 2 with the cap ship damage she usually does. You even did a bit more, Chili, so that was a great game, as was the series. So best to all of your players, of course, and enjoy the rest of the night. Perhaps there's even are you continuing to play? There are fleet battles to get, actually.
Wow. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Maybe
We'll see what happens.
But yeah, thank you for casting, and yeah, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Indeed. See them soon, and see all of you soon as well. There are more matches, I think, to be played. Let's have a quick look at the calendar here, if I can. Okay, let's see if there is more action coming up. There will be Panic at the Dockyards versus CA Blue in, I think, something like 4 hours. I can only give you UTC at the moment, so that would be, I think, 3:30 UTC, and probably, I'm trying to do math here, probably 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So hopefully somebody will cover that. I always make sure that I, if I have the time, see the VOD later, because that's too far into the night for me. As mentioned, I had a lot of fun here. I hope to see all of you very soon in game, in the chat, on the stream, on the streets, everywhere. Take care, have fun, enjoy the weekend, enjoy the Christmas season, and most importantly, please do carry on playing Squadrons, as this is worth playing. So, see you out there, see you soon, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.